Welcome, everyone. For this deep dive, we're pitting two absolute titans of modern fast, bowling against each other. Well, hypothetically. Jasprit Bumrah versus Shaheen Afridi, both at their peak.
Yeah, it's a great one to think about. And we're drawing our insights from a text called hash, which translates to the attached text.
Exactly. And our mission really is to look at what this source says about her key strengths, maybe their weaknesses too, and see who it thinks might, come out on top in this dream matchup.
Okay, let's get into it. Bumrah first. The source really highlights his unique action, doesn't it?
It does. And you have to think that contributes, right? Makes him harder to line up, maybe.
Probably. And then there's the arsenal. The text mentions those toe-crushing Yorkers. Lethal.
Oh, definitely. And the deceptive slower balls, plus that pinpoint control, especially at the death. He sounds like the full package.
The source certainly thinks so. It talks about his relentless accuracy and unbreakable composure under pressure. That's huge.
And the ability to, outthink batsmen across all formats. He's not just about skill. There's a real tactical brain there.
For sure. Although the text does make a small point, maybe slightly less threatening with the new ball compared to others who swing it big.
Interesting point. A minor chink, perhaps, depending on the conditions.
Possibly. Now, Shaheen Afridi. The text calls him a left-arm powerhouse.
Right, and that description fits. You immediately think of fiery pace and those booming in-swingers with the new ball.
Exactly. He's the guy for those devastating early breakthroughs. The source emphasizes his attacking mindset.
Yeah, designed to unsettle top orders quickly. You can almost picture him steaming in, can't you?
Absolutely. He can just rip through the top three in, his first few overs. Game changer potential.
But there's a flip side mentioned.
Well, yeah. The source notes that his aggression sometimes leads to inconsistency.
Okay. So when batsmen fight back, or maybe the pitch isn't helping much.
Exactly. Or when conditions flatten out, as the text puts it, that intense attack can sometimes, leak runs if it's not quite working.
So that brings us to the crunch comparison.
Yeah.
Longer spells, holding the pressure. Who does the source favor?
This is where it gets really interesting. It contrasts Bumrah's consistency, his tactical intelligence, and being a threat in all phases.
Against Afridi's raw upfront power, but potential for, inconsistency later on.
Precisely. And based on that comparison, the text actually concludes that, the calm assassin Jasprit Bumrah edges the contest slightly.
Slightly. Okay. And the main reason given?
It boils down to what the source calls Bumrah's steady brilliance. That ability to just keep hitting his lengths, maintain pressure, execute his skills over and over again.
So it's reliability winning out over explosive potential in the specific head-to-head, according to the text.
Seems to be the argument, yeah. It values his all-around, all-phase threat just a bit more than Afridi's, potentially match-winning opening burst.
It really shows there are different ways to be utterly elite, doesn't it?
Totally. Two incredible bowlers, just different approaches to dismantling batting lineups.
Okay, so wrapping up our deep dive into Shaheen Afridi's, the key takeaway is that in this hypothetical peak versus peak battle, the source gives a slight edge to Jasprit Bumrah.
Yeah, mainly down to that relentless consistency and his effectiveness throughout an entire innings, even while acknowledging Afridi's incredible new ball threat.
It's a fascinating comparison. But as we finish, here's something to think about, beyond the source. How much difference would the conditions make? Like a green seamer versus a flat road? Or what if the batting lineup was stacked with left-handers or right-handers specifically?
Good point. Those factors aren't really covered in detail here, but they'd matter hugely in a real game. And what about things like captaincy, field settings, even just luck on the day?
Exactly. Lots of other variables could swing it one way or the other in reality. Just some food for thought for you. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Short forward square, almost a short mid wicket now.